Can't.
Actually,
We weren't on yet.
6:58, we're online. It's beautiful.
Okay, welcome. This is June 20th, and we are at the Littleton Town Offices, Room 103. This is the Zoning Board of Appeals, 37 Shattuck Street, Littleton, Mass. We are having a live meeting, but I think we're televised if anyone wants to watch it. We don't have any applications before the board tonight, but we have a little tiny bit of administrative board business to do, so hopefully it'll be a short meeting. The first thing on the agenda is to congratulate our alternate, Darrell Baker, who was elected to the planning board, and I presume has given his notice, and so we will miss him, but I hope that he'll do wonderful things on the planning board. And the second piece of business is that our alternate, Kitty O'Connor, has given us notice that she is not going to renew her membership or her position for next year, but promises to come back, and will let us shame her into coming back as soon as her schedule permits. So we will miss you, but we won't forget you, and we want you around.
No, nor I you.
Okay. And then we have two matters before the board. Three matters. One is to review the minutes, and has anybody read and reviewed them? I must say I did review them early on because she was having trouble following
So
who
you've
said
made your
what
changes
when.
already?
So most of my changes are incorporated.
I was amazed at how long they were.
Yeah, there was a lot that went on
There
that
was a
night.
lot that went on.
And she got it all, but I think it was important for her to identify the people who had concerns and what the concerns were. The follow-up to the incident that we had is that the woman had two additional episodes in the ambulance on the way to the hospital, but was grateful for what they called good compressions, because Jonathan, who administered them, was a medic in the service, and so he knew exactly how to do them and to do them right. So the hospital commented, and she was doing well the last I heard.
I eat no broken ribs.
What happened to
Oh,
her?
a woman in the gallery suffered a heart attack while here, and
A neighbor to the place we were looking at. Just, you won't see it on TV, they cut it.
yeah.
But, yeah, and we can get called 911, and luckily, Jonathan on our board was a medic in the Army, and then there was a person in the audience who was a retired fireman from Burlington.
It was actually the presenter. The
Yeah.
applicant was a retired
And so,
fireman.
between the two of them, they took care of her.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, so I have a problem with this. I'm not an interested, was not an interested abutter, I was an interested towns member.
That's fine.
So I want to change that to townsperson.
Yeah, show me where, because I sent it back to her in an email, and then she just fixes it.
Page whatever, 4.
I didn't get that very. Can you do yours and give it to me?
Yeah.
I ran out of paper. Okay, everybody else? Hi, John. Has
Good
anyone
evening.
reviewed the minutes? Anybody have any other changes? Okay, we do have a complement of 4, so the 5 members who are sitting will vote. Everybody was here, right? Yeah.
Except for,
Okay.
that's what we got.
So I'll take a motion to approve the minutes as amended by Cheryl.
So moved.
And second?
I'll second it.
Just can't say I'm a butter.
That was
amended.
John Field moving and John Sewell second. To approve the minutes as amended. All those in favor? Aye.
So the changes on page 4.
Okay. We have before us a request by town council and town clerk for us to adopt a code of conduct. It was sent to me, and I'll give you the background, and I think I mentioned it at last meeting. There was some contention at the planning board level, and it got name-calling and ugly on the record.
It's not the first time that's happened at the planning board.
Correct. So, it was brought to the attention of town council, and town council reminded all of us, myself included, that in, I believe, 2012 or something, very long ago, they had adopted a code of conduct for all boards, but it's been so long, nobody remembered it and no one had seen it. So it was circulated around again, and I had no problem with it myself, but, and I mentioned to our meeting last time that we should abide by it. Then it was recirculated by Town Clerk Crory with some changes and in a Word document format, so all of the boards could input anything they wanted to include or exclude from this code of conduct. And again, I personally think it's common sense. Be polite to the applicant, be polite to the people in the audience,
And
let
ourselves.
everyone have, and each other, let everyone be heard, and there's no name calling. And other than that, it's pretty standard stuff. So what I'd like to ask for is a motion to adopt it as our code of conduct without any change. I don't think we need to improve on it. Or
I'll make a
could.
motion.
And second, please.
Second.
So Cheryl moves and John Field seconds. He beat you.
You did? I don't know about
You
that.
Well,
think?
we can go back to the tape and look at it.
Rewind. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay, that motion is passed
I'm
unanimously.
sure it has a
So
lot of
so in
flavor.
essence, Sherry, this is the one from 2012 or whatever ancient history, and then it's just been resurrected?
It was revised slightly. I didn't go word by word, but it says the same thing. I think the one thing I saw that was added that wasn't in 2012 is treat each other kindly. I think it said you're representatives of the town of Littleton, but it didn't specifically say treat each other politely and courteously, and I think now it does. And, the other thing it said is accept differences of opinion as building blocks, and it's okay to have a difference of opinion, then you put it to a vote and you have to live with the majority rule,
Exactly.
okay?
And at least there's some teeth here in terms of enforcement,
A little bit,
a little bit,
yeah. Yeah.
as much as one might be able to do.
Against other elected boards.
And then, the last thing we have in front of us is it's the annual time to vote for accounts, who can sign for the accounts payable bills. The only accounts payable bill that ever comes up is monthly they send me the newspaper publication bill. It is paid for by the applicant, so it's not like this board has to approve it or say it's the wrong amount. And I just docu-sign it and send it back. But it occurred to me that, I think I'm the only one on it, we should probably vote chairman, vice chair, and secretary. So if any of us are out of town, the other can sign it, don't you think?
Makes sense.
But not all together, either one of us alone.
Any of us.
Yeah, any of us alone. Is that all right with everybody?
Sure.
That's
Wanna make that
typical
motion, right?
organizational.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
What's that?
I said that's typical organizational
Yeah,
authorization for,
but they need our vote. It's got to go to her in the minutes.
Are you seconding it?
I can, sure.
Okay, let's let you second as your important act tonight. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Now I'll entertain a motion to
We didn't receive any mail, I guess.
go home.
No, we're gonna appreciate Kathleen first for a minute.
Well, I'm
as
just
this
saying,
being
it said
her
mail,
last
so I was
member.
asking.
Please do.
So you're looking,
Thank you.
you're looking for
Your
a
voice
motion to
has been
adjourn?
steady and reasonable and well-researched. When you speak, it's always worth listening to. We will miss you.
As I said, I will miss you too, and I will see what the future brings. I'm not adverse to circling back. It's just the as I explained to Sherry, the coincidence of it popping up at the very last minute and things going on just coincided enough. It was like, let me just step back for a moment, but
Yeah, I agree with the concept that it would be nicer to hear earlier than a week before the meeting that we have a meeting.
We had it a month in advance.
We did.
If you didn't receive your mail, you should check with our admin to see.
When I got all this paperwork, that
Yeah.
came about a week and a half ago.
Yes,
No,
there
the
was,
notice that we were having a
Yeah,
meeting
no,
of these
agenda.
things came about a month ago.
Yeah, but we assume the third Thursday, and
Yeah.
if
Well,
she
yeah, I
lets
have
us
it
know
booked
it's
out for
not.
the third Thursday, but,
Yeah.
we know,
we've had so few meetings
Yeah.
lately. But nonetheless, Kathleen, you will be missed. As I said, your voice was always reasonable, well thought out, and well researched and attended.
thank you.
And we will reach out to you periodically and say, there's not a whole lot of business come back. Or there's a ton of business come back, one way or another.
Sure.
Okay,
And we're going to
Thank
miss
you.
Daryl. He was,
of course we are, but Darrell
Yeah.
will still have making major decisions in the planning and zoning arena, so,
Yep.
It's probably
It'll
good that
trickle
he's,
down to us.
yeah.
it's probably good he's on the planning board, because he always came up with the good challenges and so on.
He came up
So-
with good challenges and he researched everything, so I
Yeah.
think he will be a nice,
He will be an excellent
educated
addition.
addition to the planning board.
He'll be an excellent addition.
Yeah.
So would Jonathan Vance. He would have been an excellent addition also.
Yeah.
Both were very good candidates.
But at least we
Okay, I'll
keep
take a
John
motion
Vance,
to
right?
close the meeting.
I so move, we close?
Second.
Second?
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You can turn us off.
This is the shortest meeting on record.
Yes, it is. And